case Surinder Singh, MP and AP Inc., trading as Joe's Tavern and Pizzeria, 2709-11 Washington Boulevard, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, violation of Rule 4.01A. Sale of alcohol to person under the age of 21, violation of Rule 4.018. No trader's license, and violation of Article 2B10-505. Liquor license not on display. Everybody testifying, please step forward and raise your hand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but
Last
the truth?
one, 18.
Arnold Zerowitz, and I do represent Mr. Singh. For purposes of this hearing, we do admit to the serving of a minor. We further admit that he had the licenses, but they weren't on proper display. And I assume before we begin that the elderly-looking gentleman on the end is a cadet.
You have assumed correctly. So. All right. So we've got an admission. Agent Fitzgerald from the Baltimore City Liquor Board.
Yes, sir.
All right, you filed a report indicating that Mr. Brandon M. Hirsch, date of birth May 7th, 1993, did in fact purchase a bottle of Pinnacle Cotton Candy flavored vodka for $6.97 from the subject establishment on that date at 9:23 p.m.
That is correct.
All right, and additionally, your report indicates that there was not a license on display.
Yes, sir.
Where was the license?
They had to look for it, but they had photocopies of each. So I documented it as not having it on display. I've already spoken to the attorney and the licensee, and I would like to dismiss those two charges because we've already worked that out.
Okay, yeah, there's no objection on the board's end.
Thank you.
All right.
I would just have one question to ask Mr. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
He was cooperative.
Very
wasn't
much
he, when
so.
you called him? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. And Agent Fitzgerald, Mr. Brandon M. Hirsch, the cadet, is standing to your left, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
And he's prepared to testify if needed today.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, Detective Greenhill, sir. Good. You filed a police report in this matter dated January 16th, 2013. You indicated that the cadet, Mr. Hirsch, who was under the age of 21, used a departmental $20 bill and paid $6.97 for this bottle of flavored vodka from employee Vikas Sood. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
All right. Any additions or corrections to your report?
No additions, no corrections to this, but I'd just like to add that in regards to the license and everything, I periodically went back a few weeks ago. Everything's good. as far
That's
as
good to hear.
licenses.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, based on your admission and based on the corroboration and the reports that have been corroborated, we do find by a preponderance of the evidence a violation of the 4.01A charge. Tell me about your client's history and about what remedial efforts he's
Well,
making.
in terms of his history, there was a 2011.
Can you go closer to the mic?
There was a 2011.
Much closer.
You
Yeah,
have
we're
to
on
talk into
TV
it.
now, Mr. Zerowitz.
right.
Yeah, you're on camera.
Let me fix my
There you
tie.
go. All right, now we got to hear you. All right.
Anyway, there was a prior in 2011.
Right.
He put a sign in on the counter in front of the register. Please be prepared to show your identification. The fellow that was working that night, he had just gone home, as a matter of fact, and he was going to come back. He was in his route to come back. The fellow that was working that night, he sent him to school immediately after this, but the fellow didn't go to school and he terminated his employment, so he's no longer working there because he failed to complete the school and the education required. He is preparing, he advises me to purchase a machine for the identification machine, which runs about, I think, $300 to $500. There will be a large sign on top of that machine indicating that everyone must come through and they must put their identification through it. They've been using that machine extensively in Baltimore County, and it seems to have cut down on the number of minor cases. So most respectfully, he's going to purchase that, and then he can show proof to the liquor board, and we would ask you to take the cost of that into consideration of any appropriate fine. The person that did this is not there any longer. He has schooled everyone there. He has told them what to do. He works there most of the time himself, but he had just gone home, and when the inspector called him, he came right back, but the inspector stayed there for 20 minutes. It took him a little longer than the 20 minutes to get back. And I know that it's not before the board, but he incorrectly kept the licenses in the safe, showing the photocopy, and he now knows you can't do that, and he won't do that. So we would ask any consideration in an appropriate fine under the circumstances.
All right, thank you very much. We'll go off the record. All right, decision phase, February 21, 2013, Surinder Singh, MP and AP Incorporated, trading as Joe's Tavern and Pizzeria, 2709 to 11 Washington Boulevard. Board has dismissed the charges 4.18 rule violation and the license violation 2B10505. The 4.01A charge was admitted to and corroborated by testimony and reports. It is a second offense. Licensee was found guilty of some various charges, including a 401A, back in 2011. It is a second violation within 3 years' time. This is routinely a $3,000 offense. Based on the circumstances, we aren't going to fine you $3,000, but it is a $2,250 fine.
We asked in consideration if you could suspend part of that fine, since he is going to purchase the $500 machine.
We've discussed, I did discuss that with the board. The board did reject that notion. So it's a straight fine of $2,250, $125 hearing fee for $2,375. How long would your client need to pay that fine?
60 days, 60 to 90 days, actually.
60? 45? Throw me a number.
It's a lot of
30 days.
He can pay half of it in 30 days and the other half in the...
We expect to have it all in 30 days.
That's a rather substantial amount of money.
We reduced it from 3,000. That's our,
Well, he certainly appreciates that. We're not asking for further reduction. We're just asking time to pay. So
He's asking for a payment.
I'm just, it's a lot of money for times are tight in the business.
1,000 balance within another 30.
Go ahead.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. We'll give you 60 days, but we want $1,375 paid to the board within 30 days from today's date. Within 60 days from today's date, the final $1,000 is due. All right. Thank you, Mr. Zurwitz. Thank you, Mr. Singh. Good luck to you. We're off the record.
1 p.m. case, Retreat Car Sandu, Number 1 Discount Liquors Incorporated, trading as Saratoga Discount Liquor, 211 West Saratoga Street, Class A beer, wine, and liquor license, violation of Rule 4.01A, sale of alcohol to under 21 years of old age patron, violation of 3.03C, no employee records available. Everybody testifying, please step forward and raise your right hand.
You swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
all right, Mr. Sandhu? Hi. You have a request before the board? Or what's your request? And talking to the microphone for me, please. You can pull it towards
I
you.
don't have attorney today with me. I cannot give him call. And if you can postpone for me, please, if you can.
I understand that Mr. Gary Maslin is your attorney.
Yes.
All right. And you said that he is not available today?
No, I cannot call him. I don't want to lie for you guys, nothing. I did not give him call because I think date was 25th and this was 21st. And that's why I come
All right.
urgent here.
We're going to give you one postponement. I mean, one more. You already got one last time.
Yes, I did.
And the only reason we're giving you a second postponement is because, in fact, the cadet has already testified in this matter and put his testimony on the record at the last hearing when we did end up continuing the matter. So we'll go ahead and postpone it. One more, but there will be no more postponement. So please check with Mr. Maslin to make sure this case gets set in. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Or Sandhu. We're off the record. Thank you, sir. Mhm.